Hi, and welcome to my Pick a Card channel, The Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here with a pick a card reading for you. Today's topic is all about your love life and where is your love life going to be in 6 months from today. Now, perhaps you're in a relationship and you just want to know if it's going to progress. Maybe you're single and you want to know if that theme is going to continue. But where will your love life be in 6 months from today? Now, this is a timeless reading, of course. So whenever you fall upon this reading, 6 months from today, what can you expect in your love life? Of course, we want to welcome back our beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your kind comments. Check your notifications as well if you've left me comments, because I do offer a chance to win a free reading for my subscribers as a thank you for your presence here. And you just have to drop your comments beneath any of my readings this month for your chance to win. I will notify you in the comments section if you're chosen, and I'll give you indications and clear instructions on how to reach out to me so that we can get the ball rolling. So congratulations to this month's winner. I look forward to reading for this next month's winner, and I will be drawing that name soon, so be sure to check your old notifications in case you have missed one of my notifications. And if you're new to the channel, we would love to have you join our beautiful soul family here by subscribing to the channel and entering for your chance to win as well. But for today's topic, today's pick a card topic again is all about love. Where is your love life going to be in 6 months? What can you expect in love? We do have 3 piles to choose from today, and we're using Brit's Third Eye Tarot for the cards for your headers today. So pile number 1 with the Hermit and the green stone, pile number 2 with the Magician and the red stone, and pile number 3 with the Empress and the white stone. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there could be messages. My timestamps are listed below, and I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Where will your love life be 6 months from today? Pile number 1. Hello, pile 1. You were drawn to the little green stone. You were drawn to the Hermit as well, and this is your reading. What can you expect in love? Where will your love life be in 6 months from today? So the Hermit talks about grounding ourselves. She's got a smile on her face. She looks like she knows something. She's preparing for something perhaps. There's a light that's shining down on her. So she seems at peace. So that's a very good sign for your love life and what is to come. But let's get started and take a look here. For pile number 1, please. 6 months from today, what will be happening for them in love? Whoopsie daisy. So we have the Hierophant showing itself. We have a big pile of cards that we're just going to keep. We have the Hierophant and we have the Empress coming out as your first cards, which I really love. Now, the fact that we just saw the Six of Wands sort of teetering on a reversal means that maybe you're not very confident in love at this moment. But the Hermit energy ruled by Virgo may be asking you to ground yourself. You could be an earth sign. Of course, we have a lot of Taurus and Virgo already on the table. You don't have to be. But this is their encouragement for you to see things as they are, not as what your fear might be speaking to you about. Your fear could be telling you that change isn't coming, for instance. Because I love these first 2 cards for you. This is beautiful. And I always talk about how my first position cards are really important. So this is a really nice sign for you. We have the 5 of Swords. The Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini coming through. We have the Star. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Back of the deck is the Knight of Swords, and we have the King of Wands. Clarifying, please, for pile number 1. We have the Lovers. We have the 3 of Wands. Spirit does feel very rigid logic of conflict coming in, and it's not logical, but it seems logical because maybe we've been frustrated in love as well. I feel though that 6 months from now, pile 1, I do feel like you're getting a relationship going. And the truth is I feel like you're in the process of a relationship. You may actually be sort of partnered up at that point, but it does feel like the beginnings of something. 6 months from now, it doesn't even necessarily feel 100% brand new, but it feels like you've established a relationship. I feel like you're a little bit guarded about the relationship, or you're a little bit protective of your own energy. maybe because of conflicts from the past, maybe because you're carrying some of those conflicts into the future. There's a bit of a chip on our shoulder and we're a little bit jaded, a little bit guarded, but I do feel like you're in a relationship. The beginning is a relationship. It's like the baby stages of a relationship. And they're asking you to give this person a fair shot. Like they're asking you to lower your guard a little bit at that point in time. But of course, free will dictate what you feel capable of in this moment. A lot of Aquarius coming through. Beautiful Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to be kind of trying to not throw all of your expectations into this connection. I feel like you're going to be worried about doing that. But I think they make a really strong impression on you, if I'm honest. Here's the beautiful Empress. What a beautiful full circle reading. Strength on the back of the deck. Ace of Cups. And what's exciting is that this is just, it's like a reaffirmation of what you want. I feel like in love, you're going to be moving into a new relationship, and it's a relationship that I feel is going to be really prominent in your life. And I feel like this relationship is going to be like apples and oranges in comparison to old connections that have made you feel crappy about yourself. Because here with the Ten of Swords, with endings, bring brand new beginnings. So if one door is closing for you in love or has closed for you in the recent past that have made you a little bit guarded, a little bit upset, and the very least, the low end of the spectrum, Spirit says, see it as an opportunity for more. Because the truth is that luck was actually on your side in the past when certain relationships didn't work out. And you're going to know that by the time you're moving into new cycles. Now, the truth is that I feel as though this next connection that's in your life is going to bring in a lot of peace if you let it, because peace comes from the heart that allows. So if you allow this energy in, because it's all about free will. Spirit can present you with the opportunity of a relationship, but it's our free will that dictates whether we want to explore it. They are speaking about the internet playing a role here for someone watching. And the truth is that, again, this person makes a strong impression. And I feel like almost immediately moving into this relationship, you're already starting to feel more happy than you want to, or more happy than you feel comfortable, because you're afraid the other shoe's gonna drop, or you're afraid that something's gonna blow up in your face if you let yourself feel secure or comfortable. But I just feel a sense of exhale here. And this gives you a chance to work on that vulnerability. There could be a workplace connection for someone watching, but that is not an overarching theme overall here. What Spirit says is happening next for you in your love life is the fact that you're lowering your defenses. They're saying that this person coming forward is really funny. And like they pride themselves on their character. Like they pride themselves on their sense of humor. And I think they're really, really funny. I think they're also like a really passionate person. I feel like they like to travel. They have a lot of energy. So you could find that this person, plays a sport or has to do something physical to get their energy out, because they have a lot of energy. I even feel like I have to talk faster, and I already talk fast. People have already complained about that. I'm a fast talker, but this person's faster than me. So fast talker, really, really funny as well. And the truth is that I feel like this could be coming full circle for you, Pile 1. Look at the beautiful first position card we have, the Hierophant, the beautiful Empress. A relationship that, yes, makes us feel vulnerable, but maybe asks us to look at certain things from our past in a different light. Asks us to perhaps look at ourselves with softer, kinder eyes, because there's something really abundant about this relationship phase that you're entering into in 6 months. And although maybe your patience and your temperance is being tested right now, but that's why they're asking you to ground yourself. Now, oftentimes you can see the Hermit has their heart blocked off, but there's also this veil, this kind of through part of her dress is just this like veil that's coming down, and it's like your higher self also coming forward saying, I know something you don't about this next chapter. So maybe you should open your heart towards what's coming next. Give it a fair shot. You might be going in a little bit guarded, but Spirit says give it a fair shot, because it could be something really important. This could be, first of all, it's helping you to ascend overall. So that's always progress. It's going to make you feel good and secure. And if you haven't felt secure in love before, this is a person that can help achieve that for you. I feel like they're also somebody who's just really into you. Like they are just, they're going to help you burn the bridges of the past. You're going to want to burn them down completely. This is a really abundant reading for you, Pile 1. And we don't know what Pile 2 or Pile 3 is going to bring yet, but you might trump the day here. We have here the end of a tough tough cycle approaches full moon in Capricorn, luck is on your side. We have communication is key. And I feel like there's an internet possibility of the internet playing a role here and communication phase. We also have the supermoon. Emotions are running high in this present moment. So in love, you might not feel very, very confident right this moment. Your emotions could be running high, but it's the supermoon. It's even bigger than the full moon. And the full moon tells us that we need to release something. So this is an opportunity now for you to kind of preemptively start that process of release. So that 6 months from today, again, I feel like it doesn't start 6 months from today. You're in it 6 months from today. So you're already starting that process. So you might as well get grounded to the present moment now in preparation for that phase. We have forgiveness is key because you are moving into a state of gratitude. And they're speaking here about seeking out more information about gratitude through this experience. We have balanced forces. And we have abundance coming in for you on the back of the deck. Now, they're talking here about, I just heard when a heart breaks, it doesn't break even. So you could have had your heart broken in the past and maybe feel like you're kind of suffering in that alone. Spirit says in 6 months from now, there's a lot of balance that comes in if you allow it. See how their arms are crossed across their chest as well. The balance beams remind me a lot of the justice energy, and that's always a gateway, a doorway. So the doorway, the gateway is like our investment bank. Whatever we put into it, we're going to receive back. So if we put in a guarded energy, then maybe it'll be tougher for us to work through this cycle, because this is an opportunity for the divine feminine to work on her vulnerability and then find her secure place again. They just want you to open your arms to receive. And it's all about our perspective as well. That's going to really help you to keep yourself motivated in a positive direction towards gratitude. They want you to feel good about what is actually closed off for you and thank it for exiting your life. Advice for pile 1 in the charm bowl today, please. Whoops, I just lost one. Just saw the death energy as well in the bowl. Here's the moon, the Chariot. I think you're going to be traveling with this person. As I said, I feel as though you could have been in a situation in the past where there was a lot of emotional manipulation from someone in your love realm. That was definitely not in alignment with your good heart. And that's why Spirit says it wasn't enough for you. And that's what they're helping you to prepare to release right now. They know that you could be motivated by the past a little bit, the past manipulations, and that could be what you're guarded against. You could have a fear that this person's going to come in, the new person's going to come in and put you through the same cycle. But your guides are actually saying that this is a release energy. They're bringing you back towards abundance. So a bad past or challenging past does not signify a challenging future. We have but, so there's like this hesitation, like a caveat. We have financial abundance showing itself with the group of bananas. We have the empty heart, and is that what the but is all about? The fear in the heart. But we have a lot of attraction coming in. The letter A. Our higher self, the high priestess coming in with the curled shell, because the curled shell has like secrets at the bottom. We can't see what's in there. And the higher self, our high priestess, sits upon information she knows. So your higher self knows something about maybe the abundance that's coming in for you. We have the infinity of strength, lots of Leo energy, and trusting in our intuition to guide us. Because they're trying to help you manifest what you want, pile 1. What a lovely reading for you, pile 1. If it resonates with you, please drop your comment below. Even if you have to come back to drop your comment, I would love to hear your story and see how things worked out for you. Be sure to check out my listings for Etsy as well. That link is below for a personal reading if you feel called to, and I do update that shop every day. But I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the little red heart and to the Magician, and this is your reading. What can you expect in your love realm in 6 months from today? No matter when you sort of see this reading, it's a timeless reading, but 6 months from the time that you see this reading, what can you expect in love? Maybe you're in a relationship that's going to deepen. Maybe you aren't in a relationship yet and it's going to form. But the Magician speaks about creation, about manifestation, about communication as well. And you can see how powerful she is. Now she's wearing this big floppy hat. Every time I see a witch hat like that, I think of the sorting hat in Harry Potter, and I think of sorting things out. So we'll see how that plays out in your reading. I'm going to use the Good Tarot for you today, Pal-Tu. What can Pal-Tu expect in love in 6 months from today? What will be happening in love for Pal number 2? We have the Nine of Pentacles coming out first, and that's a beautiful place to begin. We have the Three of Pentacles. I'm hearing a song, and it's getting to know you, getting to know all about you. That's what I'm hearing. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Two of Fire. We have the Page of Pentacles. Ooh, so there is that song. I feel like it's really on point. That's why Spirit brought it forward. Here's the Seven of Wands. There's the Ten of Pentacles. And it's so exciting because the truth is that there's something really fresh that you're exploring 6 months from now. It's very fresh. It feels very new, but Spirit has foresight for you. It's like your higher self is coming forward about the opportunity itself. And I feel like maybe you're very pragmatic. Maybe you're very kind of focused on reality and focused on the current realm. And there's this feeling about not wanting to give into wishful thinking. It's like, I don't want to give into wishful thinking. I want to see things as they are. I want to be in control of the situation. And that's what it feels like with the Magician as your back of deck pull, because there's a reference to micromanagement a little bit, but you're building something with another person. You're flirting back and forth with another person. And your guides seem to know something you don't about the potential here. You could still be trying to claim an independence. But the truth is that this foundation in 6 months could, even though it's beginning, or it's just like something you're exploring, there's a lot of potential here. And we can't deny the Seven of Wands here. Underneath is the Ten of Pentacles. So there's like some obstacles to overcome or some determination we have to show in the exploration. But look at the Nine of Pentacles as your first position card. Happiness, security, being happy, being grateful that you've arrived at a place after a lot of work. This is a position of security. This is a position that we're really happy with. There's a lot of attraction, even in a physical sense, of the Divine Feminine and working on herself. So maybe you're going to be going through a phase where you're really working on yourself, maybe even your physical body. I feel like somebody's going to the gym or really working on something in their diet, like in their diet or something as well. This gives you like a sense of control. It's like but because you're working on yourself, whether it be your emotions or your body, you're also trying to micromanage the relationship opportunities that are coming in for you in 6 months. And Spirit kind of wants you to give into your intuition. You are a creature of logic, but give into a little bit of your intuition. Let yourself have a little bit of wishful thinking. It's okay to do that. It's okay to have a little bit of wishful thinking. It's okay to put some hope into a situation, to get excited about something. And that's what they're encouraging you to do, is to get excited about something. Because this is, oh, look at this. Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups supporting this Nine of Pentacles. And the only work you have to do is to get comfortable and just sort of coast at that point. In 6 months, you're just being asked to coast into the experience and to surrender yourself to the opportunity of what you're learning. It's a great opportunity, Spirit says. Now, I just got a message about beyond the 6 months time that ultimately this could lead to somebody moving in together. But this goes beyond the 6 months mark, of course, because we're cultivating this now. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And the truth is that everything's kind of on track for what's supposed to cross paths with you in your life. So this person is supposed to cross paths with you. There is something almost destined about the opportunity. But of course, your free will, the way that you manifest, the way that you control, that is what is going to either allow the transition or not. But look what's coming. Empress, abundance on the back of deck. And again, this giraffe, the tall foresight of the giraffe, speaks of our intuition and being able to see things. We can feel it inside. And maybe we sometimes deny our own feelings because we're afraid to hold on to hope. But Spirit says you're going to be able to feel a spark with this person. You're going to be able to feel like there's something a little bit different about it. There's something unique about this opportunity. And all you have to do is surrender to it, despite some of your trepidations that could come in from the past. We have the Four of Wands. And look at how the Four of Wands and the Two of Wands creates the Six of Wands. This is just a gateway to more, I feel like. Again, opportunity, Ace of Pentacles, back of deck. We have our highest self, our highest priestess here on the back of the, or I'm sorry, on the back of the deck is the Hermit. And then we have the King of Cups. A lot of Virgo energy, but Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio coming through as well. And they're referencing someone with a really good heart. They're referencing someone with a really good heart. And they're referencing someone who, they could even have like a career as some type of healing element, like doctors, nursing. It doesn't have to be surrounding the nursing field though. Like there's lots of jobs that would qualify as a healing position. Even when it comes to like, maybe even spiritual practices or therapy or something like that. It just feels like they work with people and they work with like something that would have to do with a healing cycle or something that have to do with healing in general. They're also saying that this person's a little bit shy. You know, they're a little bit shy. And so there could be something about the authority in you that helps to bring out that aspect in them too. It helps to bring out more, brings out more of their personality. We have dealings or relationship with a man. I also feel like for someone watching, and this won't be a message for everyone because I'm reading for the collective, that ultimately there could be a bit of an age gap here. And it, again, because it's for the collective, it could swing either way. But there could be a small age gap. But it says affairs with the family, the Tree of Life, and here's the Ten of Pentacles. And so there's a reference to what could be built. We're planting a seed. And then we're surrendering to perhaps the growing conditions that we need to apply. And the growing conditions are always within ourselves. We have marriage being significant as well. And a strong, passionate love. A strong, passionate love. And it says you will be shown the way. Now, of course, we start with the candle. We start with the flame. And we create the fire through practical steps. Through elements of air. To get our sort of activation going. Through elements of earth. In order to get the fire really rolling. There could be, ultimately beyond this opportunity, Spirit's indicating again, you'll be happy with the position that you arrive in. You'll be feeling smug about the position that you arrived in. We have the Ten of Pentacles. This could be an indication of more to come. This could be an indication that this pathway, if we surrender to it, can lead to more commitment cycles. A unicorn says, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. And there's the unicorn. And the beneficial changes at this point, you can see it's leaping. See all of the fireflies dancing around it. It's leaping into it. It's finding the determination to push through its own fear and obstacles. And again, they're talking here about opportunity, that we reap what we sow. Just because they say there's initiation doesn't mean you have to follow it. But that spark can lead to a huge fire. Back of the deck says, karma, you'll reap what you have sown. And they're talking about making hay while the sun shines. They also just referenced perhaps periods of your life where you had people who were very insincere in your past, and that's maybe made you feel a little bit worried. We have you deserve love. You are lovable. And that's why they're asking you not to hold back, to explore it. A lot of chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. I did just see the children card, so the connection could be affected by children in some way, or perhaps eventually lead to children. We have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And they say that in the past there was a love that didn't present itself to you, and it was a very painful process to release. And this has created a state of like a guarded energy. I don't feel a complete guard around your heart, but definitely a desire to try to micromanage and control this time around. Spirit says this is going to encourage you to stay optimistic. And that's what their advice is to stay optimistic about the future in this present moment. Stay optimistic about what wants to show and reveal itself to you. We have soulmate energy coming out. And we have perfection. And again, I get the sense with the divine feminine, perhaps working on a state of perfection, working on a state of independence in this moment. They're saying that sometimes we'll get so hyper focused and vigilant upon that aspect and trying to cultivate perfection within ourselves that we fail to recognize that sometimes it's us almost focusing on what we can completely micromanage and control. They don't want you to be complacent about the opportunity. They do want you to explore it in the very least. But of course, they'll never force you down that path. Your commitment is being tested. So don't let your past hold you back. So if there is an attachment or some energy that has been monopolized by or has monopolized your energy in the past, this is an opportunity for you to move through that cycle. It says, show the world the real you. And they're playing that song again, getting to know you, getting to know all about you. So you're in the process 6 months from now of really getting to know this person and really deciding where you want this connection to take you. And the truth is that if we surrender to it, this connection has a lot of potential. In the charm bowl for pile number 2, please. The Hierophant. The Ace of Swords and the Knight of Cups reversed showed up outside of the bowl. It wouldn't even come into the bowl at first. And here's the Ace of Swords in the center of your reading. Because again, this is an initiation cycle. This is a back and forth banter. This is communication. We're gathering information about each other. And there's 2 people that are playing this game with the Hierophant, but it's like a chance for ascension. We each hold our own key, so we can't micromanage them. All we can do is micromanage ourselves. And what we need to micromanage right now is an aspect of living in the past and being affected by it, which is forming this idea inside our mind of, you know, it's unrealistic for me, or I'm holding on to this idea of rigid logic of it's unrealistic for me to hope for more. What they are saying is unrealistic is hoping for something from the past to return at this point, because they think this is a brand new energy coming through. Taurus in the bowl. We have B, R, and M. We have music, and lots of music associations here with the acoustic guitar. This person could be very musical. Again, they feel like a very healing energy, and they could have a career in the healing realm somehow. They could also be very gifted. Like they could be very gifted as far as music. We have No Matter Where. And we have the 2 of Swords. We also have the Hatchet. I do think of the Tree of Life with the Hatchet. Now, the No Matter Where is connected to the 2 of Swords, but it's reversed. And the 2 of Swords is indecision, inability to choose. But Spirit says there's no real... There's actually saying that when it comes to attachments from the past, this energy in the future, there's a comparison that's better. Like there's no comparison to what's being offered to you versus what you've been waiting for. Pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading. Even if you have to come back, I would love to hear your story. Be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can notify you if you're chosen. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and that link is below too. And I do update that shop daily, so keep checking back. And I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the beautiful Empress card. You were also drawn to the little white stone. And this is your reading. What can you expect in love in 6 months from today? Whenever you fall across this channel or this reading, 6 months from today, what can you expect in your love life? Now, the beautiful Empress is all about abundance. And you can see that she's in a state of abundance as well. So this could be a very good indication of what's coming. It could also be an indication of how they want you to prepare yourself, kind of aligning yourself with what you want to create in love at this moment. So for pile number 3, please. What to expect in love in 6 months from today. The Emperor. We're starting with the Empress, and now we have the Emperor. We have the Strength. We have the Page of Cups. Ooh, we have the Knight of Wands. Along with the Lovers. We're going to just put that in the upright. We'll remember that it was sideways, but we'll just put it in the upright for ease of execution. We have the Chariot. Back of the deck is the Death energy. And we have the Tower. And there's the Four of Pentacles. Now, they're really highlighting these honeysuckles. These on the Four of Pentacles, the honeysuckles. And they're highlighting the honeysuckle because they're highlighting the hummingbird and bridging a focus back to joy. And that's going to be perhaps necessary for you as well, to ward against temporary disappointments in love. Because the truth is, I feel like 6 months from now, you are embroiled in a relationship. Like there's something very physical happening in your connection. Something very, maybe even sexual, physical happening in a connection. And something that's kind of emotional love that's popped up for you. So it's like you're in a relationship or you're invested in some type of connection with a person. And it has turned physical. So there's intimacy there, but I feel like the Divine Feminine's really trying to kind of have a breakthrough 6 months from now. It's like you want assurance that this person is kind of your person, or you want assurance that this exploration isn't leading nowhere because you're invested in something. It could even be feeling like a situationship, if I'm honest with you. And that I feel like is a challenge for you to deal with, because you want, the Divine Feminine wants to be secure. The Divine Feminine wants change. And here with the Tower, there's the long braid, and it looks like her hair has been kind of taken out of a braid in the card that you chose. And here's the big long braid, which is like the opinions of other people influencing me, acting as a lifeline. Other people's actions and desires influencing me and acting as a lifeline. And making me feel a little bit insecure because maybe there's not as much definition as we want 6 months from now in our life, but we are involved with someone. And it's an intimate involvement. So we want security. We want to know where we're headed. And I feel like emotions creeping in for you. It's like you're falling for them. You're falling for them. And maybe you didn't even intend that. Maybe it was just something that was meant to be kind of loosey-goosey at first, but you're falling for them. But they're also highlighting the Chariot here. And this Chariot's being pulled by a pair of muskies. And my youngest brother, he likes to fish. And his favorite fish is the muskie to fish because of the battle. To be honest with you, the fight that they give, it takes a while to reel them in. They fight and then they get exhausted and then you reel them in. But he loves the challenge, right? And that's what Spirit's actually asking you to kind of adopt, this idea of like this challenge in this person. It's like they do present a challenge because you're trying to rein them in, or you're trying to establish the connection and say, you're my person, I'm your person, we're going to go forward together. It's not just going to be all about the physical. And I feel like they are leaving you unsure of yourself. Because even with the Emperor here, his sword is in the stone. It's like maybe his intentions aren't 100% clear. He's taking a stand. Maybe he's a little bit protective of himself. But we're not sure exactly where he wants to take the connection. And Spirit says that it's not even that they're not trying to project that there is negativity here or that they don't have any intentions towards you. They're just trying to highlight some of the emotional struggles that you may be experiencing internally so that they can give you back a sense of confidence, so that you can focus on abundance and not worry about the opinions or the experiences of other people in this opportunity, and just worry about what you're trying to cultivate for yourself. The Spirit says this is an important time frame for this relationship because they're talking about red tape or red strings. And they're saying that, again, very fiery connection, a lot of physical attraction, and it's exciting. It's exciting. They're showing the fireflies in behind the Page of Cups and how the excitement, the physical aspect of your connection is like a gateway drug to the emotion anyway for the masculine energy here. So all you have to do is surrender to kind of the emotional war that's happening within you. This is also not just representing the tug of war between you and your person and reeling them in and getting them into the boat. This is also representing the emotional war you're going through because you are feeling exhausted by the lack of definition, perhaps. But they're really asking you to kind of bang by the beat of your own drum here. And all of these mushrooms are talking about slow growth. But growth nonetheless. The mushroom may grow slowly, but it's growth nonetheless. And this can be a lot of fun to experience in the in-between. There's nothing wrong with a little exploration. And they're just highlighting to you the beauty. I just heard tale as old as time with the Beauty and the Beast. Ace of Pentacles. And you know, the High Priestess has showed up in all three piles today because they see this is coming for a lot from your higher self, because it's like the future version of you knowing what's going to happen in this 6 months time frame. And your higher self is saying here that there's an opportunity here, even though it might feel like 6 months from now you're not exactly sure where the connection's going. Spirit says that doesn't mean that there's no opportunity towards change or growth. It just means that it's trying to help you overcome your own internalized conflict. Because when we don't, if we perceive that a person isn't exactly giving us the answers that we want, sometimes we will shut down. And it's like, if you're not going to tell me the answer, then I'm going to pull back too. It's like, when in Rome, do as. But that's not how we move through cycles or how we grow. If we're always going to be relational to each other and allow triggers inside of us to be created within the environment of the relationship, then we'll never be able to grow. Page of Pentacles. And despite the fact that like there's overthinking and nerves associated with the divine feminine, Spirit says that they're trying to create crystal clear clarity over the negative voices, the negative experiences, the negative thoughts that you're having in that moment of time. They're asking you for crystal clarity and to let things unfold the way that they're supposed to. Let this connection, because they're speaking with the Six of Swords now, and this transition into clarity. Allow the transition to happen. Because Spirit says you might just actually get what you want anyway. You might get what you want. It just may not be in 6 months' time. And if we can be a little bit more flexible with the time frame in this connection and give ourselves and this person an opportunity to explore this, even if it's a very physical connection, it can be, again, the gateway drug to change. Because Spirit says you're building something. You're building something 6 months from now. And the effort we put into that build is going to be represented by the growth we see in the outcome. But they're also saying that the effort that we're building, the forces that we're building, are also within us. Sometimes we can build forces of fear, and we can create tower moments in our head way before they ever happen. It's like we're trying to beat that vulnerability to the punch by expecting the worst and getting anxious. So Spirit says there truly may not even be a necessity for this Five of Swords conflict, but the ego may play a role trying to tell you to keep yourself safe or to keep yourself worried about the future. And Spirit says the challenge for you being presented by them is to embrace it, to embrace the in-between and to have fun with it. Because the truth is the Chariot is an arrival card. It may be an emotional ride that gets us there. And even with the Muskie, again, it may be kind of a battle, but sometimes that's what the whole journey is about. Sometimes that's half the fun. As I said, my brother, he loves to fish those fish because it's a challenge. Because it's a challenge. And so there's more to come beyond 6 months in this relationship. There's more to come. And they say that the issue, the emotional issue, is that you're already looking into the future from an emotional aspect. And the person that's in your life at that time, they could be an Aries potentially. A lot of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini as well for the divine masculine. Lots of Gemini. Lots of Cancer, lots of Leo. But this person, they may present themselves as someone who's focused on the immediate gratification. But again, they're not showing their full spectrum. They're kind of protective. They're hiding their intentions a little bit because maybe they're in it for the exploration at first, but there's still more to come. So Spirit says don't let your fears get in the way of the fun that you're going to have 6 months from now, because again, there's a domino effect that's happening beyond that point. And it's the waves of emotion that are the challenges that we have to overcome in planting the new seeds in this opportunity. So their challenge to you is to leap in. Because what could come out of that, once you overcome your fear of other people's opinions, your fear of the unknown, her hair is now loose. She's abundant. She feels good. She feels secure. And there's an alignment to the Emperor and the Empress. Making the effort. Great love is worth the steps you feel guided to take. You may be waiting for this person to make more of an emotional effort towards you. That could be where some of the conflict and frustration arises. But even the conflict is secondary to the actual experience. The conflict is just how we're internalizing it. We have romantic feelings that are worth exploring, and you are in exploration phase here in 6 months from now, but this connection could ascend to higher levels of commitment beyond that point. Number 3, please. You are working through your fears because a new start is coming in the new moon. And Spirit says, what are you trying to manifest? They think that you're trying to manifest community and even home, maybe even family in your future as well. And although we're not solidified in that position in 6 months, it's still going to be gaining momentum towards those goals. So Spirit says you might as well just surrender to the opportunity. And even the analogy coming forward again with the Beauty and the Beast analogies presenting itself as well. Again, speaking to the fact that it's a tale as old as time of like this battle within ourselves. And that's actually truly what's happening. It's not a battle within the relationship. It's a battle within ourselves and our expectations. We have destiny coming in. Your higher self, for someone watching, again, is for the collective. But your higher self seems to know something you don't about the future beyond the 6 months from now. And sometimes like fire, we're starting with Leo, we have the Knight of Wands, and fire is the most powerful element in tarot because it ignites everything. It begins the process. It can also sometimes consume us if we are to, if our inspiration kind of takes a life of its own and then starts to turn into negative inspiration. We have here perception. Look beyond the veil of illusion. There's something transformational that could be happening in your love life within this next 6 months or 6 months from now. So follow your instincts to guide you through the situation. They're also speaking about the necessity to release. And they're highlighting kind of like the Jekyll and Hyde within us. And they're highlighting the 5 of Swords of when we have opportunities and our higher self is saying, leap into it, follow the firefly. And the ego comes in and says, yeah, but what if you get hurt? We need to decide which angel on our shoulder we're going to lean into. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. 6 months from today in love, what can you expect? Oops, out of the bowl we have the Wheel of Fortune. Here is the 9 of Swords and the Magician reversed. So there's so much potential 6 months from now in this relationship, but our nerves, our worries, our overthinking does have the capacity and the possibility to waste some of the potential. It's like there's a golden opportunity for us to overcome our fears and our constant overthinking, which could come from past experiences. And so there's so much potential. The Page of Cups asks us to kind of override, though, our conflict that comes in with that potential. Inside the High Priestess, we have a letter that's stuck. Oops, let me see what it is. Why? It's like your higher priestess, but this one has a hole in it. So the high priestess here is about letting secrets out. Your high priestess is letting a secret out about this divine masculine. We have run, reverse, and we also have here the umbrella. So the run is like an immediate reaction. You know, it's like we get triggered, maybe we run, but we also have Virgo and we have the umbrella. So they're asking for more protection against our fight or flight responses. They're asking us to trust in our heart space. And they say that there's a lot of like motivation from the heart too. Specifically Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, the Pearl of Wisdom as well. Pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. I'm praying for you. Your guides are walking with you no matter what path you choose, of course. If this resonates with you, be sure to drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading. Hit your notification bell so that I can notify you if you're chosen the winner. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personalized reading, and that link is below too. And if you go to the shop and it's empty, it just means I've sold out for the day, but I do update that shop daily, so keep checking back. But please come back and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day.